Alrighty, squad. So here we are today at the Annapolis City Police Department. We're down here to file a Maryland PIA request, which is the Public Information Act request, to get some body cam footage and some dash cam footage from an incident that happened yesterday. I ultimately got caught lacking, was out without my camera, and my phone was on like 6% when an incident occurred. I stopped at the pawn store close to my house to check on some camera equipment and different things that they have. And an officer was parked sideways, as you'll see on the screen now. And then, yeah, so I went inside and asked her if that was her parked sideways like that out there, and if she could move her car and things like that. And she kind of caught an attitude, and you know how they go. So I walked up to her car, as you'll see in the video I'm about to play in a second. And I tapped on her window with literally one knuckle. I waited like a minute. She didn't roll the window down, so I did it again. One knuckle. Tap, you know, 4, maybe 5 times on the window. So here we have car 2245 parked in multiple parking spots. Taking up multiple parking spots. She says she's here on a call, but I don't see any emergency lights on or anything like that, but... So, yeah, apparently you can take up as many parking spots as you want whenever you want, as long as you can just drive a police car, right? The car is also idling, which is a violation in the state of Maryland. And she left her laptop computer up, so. Again, this is car 2245. We'll get her to identify herself. TAVERAS. TAVERAS 6155. TAVERAS, badge number 6155. Waited another couple minutes. Nothing happened. She won't roll the window down to identify herself. Well, all of a sudden, another Annapolis City officer and an Annapolis City fire marshal pull up, and they're doing the whole, how we doing today, sir? What can we help you with? Told them I didn't need help. I was, you know, asking her for help. I didn't need the other officer's help. And they wanted to pull the whole, oh, well, you don't work here at the pawn store? You don't have any business here. You're causing a disturbance. You're banging on her window. She feels threatened for her life. And it's like, if a police officer feels threatened for their life because I'm tapping on their window with a single knuckle to ask them a question, they need to find a new job. They need to find a new line of duty. So I ultimately had 5 or 6 different officers make contact out there and try and tell me that I was causing a disturbance and I was this and that. But she was literally blocking up 4 or 3 of the final parking spots that were left. So there was only 2 other spots besides where she was parked. I parked in one, and then a lady had to try to squeeze in that one and hope not to hit a police officer's car. It's like, this is exactly why I was telling her not to park like that. But yeah, so my phone died. I pretended to them that my phone didn't die because I didn't want them to arrest me and violate me thinking that my phone was off. So I pretended that my phone was still on and it was still recording. But it wasn't because it died, so I'm here to get the dash cam and body cam footage so y'all can see what happened in that incident yesterday. We're also going to ask to speak to someone about that because it was ridiculous. I mean, she called 6 different officers out there and told them I was banging on her window. What's up, Miss Trudy?
No. Can I help you?
Yeah, I need to speak to someone in the records department, the custodian of records.
Okay. All right. You can have it. She's right.
Got you. Appreciate you. And then also, if there's an LT on duty, I would like to speak to them as well. If not an LT, if I could speak to Sergeant Ashione, then that would be fire.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Yep, I'll call you as soon as I get out of here. Okay, all right.
They're trying to find somebody for both of y'all to talk to,
No
so.
problem.
Cool. Appreciate you, Miss Trudy. Appreciate you. I apologize to you. They're gonna spend forever trying to find somebody to come help us now because they hate me. So
problem.
now they're gonna take forever to send someone down here. I apologize to you.
It's all good, buddy.
Can I help you?
What's up? You are the custodian of records?
Yes.
You are?
Yes, how can I help you?
What's your name, ma'am?
Kathleen Buchanan.
Kathleen Buchanan, and you're the custodian of records?
I am, sir, and what are you looking for?
I need to file an MPIA request, Catherine Buchanan. What's the attitude for, Catherine?
Would you like the form? You can fill out your
I
request.
have my own form, Miss Catherine. I come well prepared. I would like this stamped as received and a copy returned to me, please, Miss Catherine Buchanan. What's the attitude for, Miss Catherine? God. They ran away because I got a camera. You would think it's a machine gun or something. You would think it steals someone's souls like a voodoo doll. That's exactly what I want, Miss Catherine Buchanan. That's 100% the information that I want, Miss Catherine Buchanan. Sit back there and read it out loud to the whole department. I didn't know that's how MPIA requests work, Miss Catherine
The
Buchanan.
rest of your day.
You do the same.
All right, have a good day.
That's a little absurd, Miss Catherine Buchanan. You read MPIA requests out to the whole office now?
Here you go.
Is it standard practice to sit back there in the hallway and laugh and read this out to the whole department? Is that how you
read it, sir, so have
is that
a
how
good
you
day.
standardly handle?
Let me ask you one question.
Yep. What's up?
Is your information in here for me to respond back to you?
Yep, that's an email right there to respond
Can you
to.
please put your name on there?
Absolutely not, ma'am. The MPI request does not require me to do that.
Thank you. I will
Yep.
get back to you by email.
Thanks, Miss
Goodbye.
Catherine. I also asked for some other things. I asked to speak to an LT or a supervisor or someone from internal affairs about a situation that happened yesterday. So are they still getting that person
I
as
tried
well?
calling that lieutenant and he was not in his office at the time.
Okay, I'll wait.
You can call back.
I'll go up and see if he's in his office.
Thank you, sir. I'll wait. Thanks, Miss Catherine. Please remain professional, Miss Catherine.
So I checked internal affairs, and my lieutenant is not available right now. I
Okay.
don't know where he is. I can only speculate that because tomorrow's Navy graduation, they're all in a meeting, but I don't know.
Okay.
So if you want to leave contact information, I have Sergeant Ashton reach out to you. He's the internal
Yeah,
affairs.
he's got my
Oh, he's
my
already got your
information.
stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
he knows
Does
who
he
I am.
know, like, have you already made contact with him today or something like that?
No, but I have multiple complaints that I'm waiting for updates on as well regarding Miss Trudy and Officer Johnson and some other people and stuff like that.
Okay, so you want him to contact you in regards to those?
No, I'd rather speak to him now.
Okay.
I would like for him to contact me about those as well because the sign over there, I think Rule 4 or 5 of that citizens complaint thing says they're supposed to update me every 30 days. I've never actually been updated. I've only updated once when I called to figure out.
Okay.
And it's a few months ago. But I'm also calling about an incident yesterday in which the officer of the month for January and March of last year abused the 911 system and falsified the police report and perpetrated false narratives upon me and said that I was maliciously destroying her property by.
Okay.
So,
Understood. So at this point, I went up, knocked on his door.
I got
He's
you.
not there. How can I help you?
I can wait.
Okay, so you're just gonna hang out?
Yeah, I'll hang out.
Okay, if I see him or if I see my lieutenant around, I'll let him know you're here.
Cool.
So my lieutenant handles patrol,
Okay.
so I don't know if that's gonna help you or not.
No, I mean, not necessarily. Whoever is the supervisor. And what's your name, sir?
Corporal Davis.
Corporal Davis. Can I get your badge number, sir?
6424.
6424, Corporal Davis. I am looking for ultimately the supervisor of these officers.
So he's a supervisor of this one.
Okay, so
And
he
then-
showed up on
And
scene
then I do
later.
supervise these guys.
Okay, awesome, perfect.
This guy is
That's
the
a fire department.
Yep.
Yep, awesome. Then I would actually like to speak to you.
Okay.
Cool, perfect. So yesterday there was an incident out there at the the pawn store. So I had pulled up there. I went to check out some camera equipment. I just moved down here into Annapolis City. It's on my way home. Stop. Just so happened to see the officer's car out there parked sideways. I'll show you the photo in just a second. So,
Do you know which officer?
yeah,
Okay.
TAVERAS, and I had the car number 2245, I believe it was.
Okay.
So they are parked sideways in 3 parking spots. So let's say there's only 5 parking spots left. Now 3 of them are taken up by her vehicle. Parked like this, no emergency lights on or anything. So when I pull up, there was this spot that you see, and then one adjacent to it facing the same way. I pulled into the far left one. I went inside, expected to see her like dealing with something, but she looked to be like shopping. Like she was looking in the glass windows, just looking at stuff, no notepad out, nothing. So I asked her, "Is that your car out there?" Yeah, it is. Okay, or I'm sorry, I said, "Is that your car out there parked like an asshole?" I didn't say, "Hey, or hey asshole, are you da da da?" I just simply acknowledged that someone who parks like that would be an asshole. If it's her, she happens to fit. So she gets upset, says it's me, da 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 da. Won't go move it, says she'll move it in a little bit. I ask her about the idling because it's a violation in the state of Maryland to leave your vehicle idling. She says I had the keys with me. I didn't ask where the keys were. I said that your car is idling. Especially with gas prices and the way stuff is right now, we should try and save every bit that we can of the taxpayers. So she catches an attitude. She goes out to her car. I walked up to it while I was videotaping everything. I have this as well. I'll show you. So I walk up and I just simply, kind of wait for her to roll the window down. She doesn't after 30 seconds. I single knuckle, not even 4 knuckles, just. She gets on the phone, says I'm sitting there at the window, da da da. A little bit goes by, a minute. She doesn't roll it down. So I, one more time. Next thing you know, Williamson comes up with SPRIGGS, the fire marshal, and they're talking about, how can we help you? I don't need any help. She's going to help me in a second. I'm asking for her help. Well, that's when they just go into this. You don't work here. You don't have any business here. Well, respectfully, you don't get to tell me what my business is at an establishment that I'm purchasing things at because you don't work here either. So they get mad. She wants to be upset and tell me that, I'm causing a disturbance. The officer is fearing for her life. I'm threatening her and I'm banging on her window were her exact words. To which I try and explain that no, I'm not banging on the window and I have it all on videotape. Da, 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 da. So I try and explain it. Next thing you know, there's 4, 5, 6 other officers start pulling up, getting out, and accusing me. Like Officer Coe is accusing me of creating a disturbance, causing a disturbance, this or that. And I'm like, in reality, I just asked her to park her car properly so other people could pull in. While I was waiting at her window, another car came in, and that was the only spot, was the one right behind her. So the lady had to try to back in next to me and hope that she didn't hit a cop's car, because if you're going to hit someone's car, that's the last one you want it to be, you know what I mean? So, and I said that to her. I go, look, right now, in the moment, it's happening. This is why I said to you inside not to park like this. It's literally happening, man. Can you move your car? No, she just wants to sit there and be ignorant. So now I got 6 officers being rude. Williamson tells me when I ask for the piece of paper, oh, we don't have notepads. We don't carry notepads. Yes, you do, ma'am. If you were to ask me for my name or date of birth right now, you would instantly pull that notepad out. The same way I have one right here in my back pocket. Boom. It's just a notepad. Fucking Sears or Office Depot, wherever. No, we don't. It's special printer paper. It's very expensive. Nobody would even give me a piece of paper until Officer GALE. That is the only one exempt from anything right now. It's Officer GALE, because she showed up, gave me a piece of paper, allowed me to use a pen, gave me her name and badge number right away. It was very professional. So Officer GALE, cool, grade A, A+. The rest of them, horrible. They all did identify themselves, except for the fire marshal who wanted to hit me with it. It's right here, you can look right here, da da da. They had all mentioned that they've seen my videos. I know you probably know who I am as well.
I actually never dealt with you.
Okay.
I've never seen videos.
I'm the one who got the trash cleaned up outside over at the dumpster area.
Okay.
So I do post videos and stuff like that. I'm a constitutional activist. I stand up for myself. I don't necessarily hate law enforcement. I don't have a problem with y'all. I have friends in law enforcement, especially this department, Anne Arundel, MTA, and MSP. But I don't like people that abuse the system, because like I told her, you would give me a ticket if I did. No, I wouldn't. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you because you would. So it was clear to me that she knew she was wrong, because then she moved her car. So, unfortunately, my phone had died while I was out here videotaping them earlier, but Officer TAVERAS called 6 different officers out here on me, and the fire marshal as well, and said that I was banging on her window and she felt scared for her life. So, They literally sent out Officer Williamson, Officer Gale, Officer Coe, Officer Urban, I'm gonna go get this guy's name and number, and also Fire Marshal Spriggs from the Annapolis Fire Department. All out here to harass me. They said they had seen my videos. They tried to say I was causing a disturbance, this, that, and the third. And then all tried to say that the paper they use in their little notepads is special printer paper that's real expensive. So they couldn't write down their names or any information on it for me. Luckily, Officer Gale gave me that information, but yeah, so again, Officer TAVERAS was out here, and you can see she fixed her car now. She's not illegally parked anymore, and the car's not idling while she's not in it. So, funny that she sat there and acted like I was the jackass or I was the asshole, but she went and did what I asked to do. She obviously was wrong, but yeah, now that my phone's charged a little bit, we'll go back over here and get this guy's name and badge number as well. By the end of it, she moved her vehicle and parked properly, and then there was 3 or 4 more parking spots open at a busy establishment. This business is losing money because you're parked sideways, no emergency lights on or anything. So I was just simply letting her know that if she's going to be in the course of her duty and it's an emergency call to turn the emergency lights on, then maybe somebody like me won't even have to think about, you know, oh man, is she just parked like an asshole shopping, or is she out here on a call?
I hear you. I 100% hear where you're coming from.
I try to be cool and like explain this at the thing and not be, you know, now I'm talking 800,000 million words. I try to be like just a couple of words and explain, hey, look, this is why you shouldn't do this right here. Perfect example. Yeah. But then they do that and it causes this type of situation ultimately. So. And
I'll be honest with you, I agree with you. She should not have parked that way. She should have pulled in the parking spot the correct way. Quite frankly, it irritates me when people park like that.
See, at the mall and stuff, or or a van parked, yes,
and they're right over the line,
and you can't get in. And you're like, why, you asshole? But then they have like a minivan too or something.
Sure,
and you're like,
you know, I'm gonna go on a limb because I've parked over the line. Sometimes I look at, and I readjust.
I'll go, man, I'll call myself out. I go, man, I'm parked like an asshole. Right. I'll say it out loud too, so if anyone sees me, they know, like, all right, he called himself out.
Sure. So how can I help you?
I just wanted to, I filed an MPIA request to get those body cams as she was saying. I wanted to get those because ultimately my phone died in the situation yesterday, so I only have like half of the incident. I don't have the later half until I got in my car and plugged my phone in and stuff like that. I got caught lacking without my camera. So I just wanted to get that footage and then ultimately file complaints for the situation because she filed a false police report. Regardless, she called dispatch and said that I was banging on her window. And she should never do that because had I not had my camera and had not still let them believe that it was on the whole time and knew, you know, enough to articulate, no, I'm not creating a disturbance. No, this is open to the public. You can't go inside and solicit a trespass out of me. Had I known these things, I feel like I maybe would have been arrested yesterday for simply just tapping on the window. So I need to make sure that things like that aren't happening and nobody else has to go through that. That's all. So I wanted to file the proper complaints. And
okay. So just because I wasn't out there yesterday.
Yeah.
Sergeant Becker, I believe, was out there on scene at one
yeah,
okay.
He did show up after like all the other officers had walked away. I got out and got his card and like information. So, buddy, can you name and badge number, sir?
I'm sorry?
Name and badge number, sir?
Yes, sir. Sergeant Christopher Becker, 4108. Let me provide that to you in writing, okay?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. That is phenomenal. Because I asked earlier and they said that the paper was real expensive, so I appreciate you coming out of pocket on that one for me.
There goes my name right here.
My man.
Sergeant Chris Becker.
Yep.
4108.
My man.
You'll also take note.
Becker 4108. My man.
Okay.
He's showing off now.
Sir.
My man. He's going above and beyond now. But I did not like speak to. I didn't know he was like the sergeant or.
So those two are in a different unit.
Okay.
From patrol.
Okay.
They're in our neighborhood enhancement team.
Okay.
So she reports to him directly.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he's not here right now. But that's who
would handle her.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I can take it for you. I can get the paperwork. We can fill it out, and I can forward it to him.
Okay.
But that's kind of how that process goes.
Yeah, I got you.
First off, do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay.
Something more.
And then secondly, do you want to do that today? I can go get this paperwork and we can jump in a room and we can fill
Is
it
it
out.
the same like single complaint form, you guys just have the standard sheet. I think I have a blank standard sheet of that at home.
Yeah.
I guess I can fill them out then.
I believe they're also on our website too.
Okay.
Or if you want, another thing you can do is you can go on the website and you can file the complaint online where you don't even have to use paper.
Okay.
It sounds like you're kind of in touch with that. I'm a big environmentalist guy myself.
Yep.
So the website's a good idea.
Okay.
And that'll actually go straight to Sergeant Eshian.
Okay,
And
dope.
then that's the guy you're trying to reach.
Yeah.
See how this all kind of.
I got you. Circles back around.
Yeah,
I got
exactly.
you. Yeah.
So now again, Sergeant Eshian, and depending on the complaint in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because he's a one-man band up there and he's handling everything. He does
Probably
try to
a
push
lot.
some stuff down to their supervisors.
If it's not necessary. Yeah.
So he will most likely end up pushing that back down to Sergeant Becker anyway.
I got you.
Um,
So maybe try and reach out to him first, or
it's a possibility. But like I said, there's also nothing wrong with you could file the complaint online.
okay.
And then unfortunately, I don't know off the top of my head when he works next.
Okay.
Yes, I should see him. I did see him earlier this morning. It was like 8 o'clock.
Okay.
If I see him again,
Yeah, if you run
over
into him,
here.
just let him know.
I'll tell him to give you a call.
Cool.
Okay?
Thanks, man.
All right,
Appreciate you, Davis.
Yep. Take
Have a
care.
good one. Thank you. Okay. There we go, guys. He was very nice, he was very helpful, and he was very professional. Officer Davis definitely gets an A+ in my book. And maybe that is where Officer Gale gets her professionalism from yesterday. Because the only officer in the situation yesterday that was actually helpful or anything was Officer Gale of the Annapolis City Police Department. And I'll put all their information up in the video and stuff like that. But yeah, so there we have it, squad. He was very nice and helpful, like I said. So I do have that single form at home. I have a single blank one of that. I thought that was theirs. So I will go home, make a couple copies if I need to, fill that out, and ultimately bring it back to turn into him for those officers. And then the original officer that caused the incident, I will have to speak to her supervisor, Officer Becker, about that. So we will reach out and speak to him as well. But there you have it, squad. I wish my camera was with me yesterday and or my phone had not been on a couple percent and died. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get that dash cam footage and that body cam footage, and we'll do an update video in a couple of weeks because they have 10 business days to respond with that information. But yeah. Hold on one second, buddy. But yeah, and as always, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and to hit that notification bell, squad. Alright, until next time, be safe out there. Take it easy. Peace out.